The ideal caloric intake for the average person is between 2,000 and 2,500 calories per day. Now, obviously, there's a range. Some people need a lot more than that, some need less. But for most of us, if we're keeping it in that area, we'll be doing okay. Now, the problem is a lot of people, myself included, really underestimate the amount of calories we consume on a daily basis. We'll look at food and assume it has X amount of calories, and a lot of times we're way off. So I want to talk a little bit about that today. Being aware of how many calories you consume can be a big help if you're trying to lose weight, maintain weight, or just be healthier in your eating habits. As you know, I'm not a big fan of diets, any particular diet. I think it's more important to focus on long-term lifestyle changes, moderation. But even if you are trying to make some more healthy choices and eat in moderation and do a better job with your nutrition, sometimes it feels like we're really restricting the things we want to eat.
What about them? They're fresh.
They are not for eating.
So in this video, we're going to talk about some lower calorie foods, things you can snack on that won't do as much damage. As you can see from this picture here, we've got a lot of things you could choose from. There's things like a cup of blueberries, an orange, egg, a cup of strawberries, a handful of almonds, an apple, the string cheese. I mean, there's all kinds of things that are not super high in calories, but that can still satisfy your cravings for food. One of the foods a lot of people enjoy eating is nuts, and there are a lot of benefits to this. However, they are very high in calories, so it's really easy to go overboard eating nuts. You can see in these slides here how it just takes, depending on the type of nut, it could be as little as 3 Brazil nuts or 5 pecans, 11 cashews. So depending how many you eat, those all equal 100 calories. Another food that people enjoy eating is trail mix. A lot of people think this is healthy because some of the ingredients in it, but if you've got nuts, dried fruit, candy, things like that, it's also going to be very high when it comes to calories. That's something to watch for. Speaking of trail mix, I have a confession to make. I have a superpower. When we talk about superpowers, you think of superheroes with cool and unique powers and abilities. Mine's a little bit different. I'm able to reach my hand into a dish or a bag of Costco trail mix and only pull it out with the M&Ms and cashews without anyone knowing I'm cherry picking the good stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how this can benefit the world, or I can join the Justice League, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing it. Now, you have to admit there is a hierarchy of ingredients with the trail mix. Best things, the M&Ms, next the cashews, then the almonds, then the peanuts, and then last, raisin. And I'm going to stick to that. Let's talk about vegetables next. This is a great food group that you can eat a ton of and not make a dent when it comes to calories. Now, as you look at this picture, you can see how low in calories vegetables are. I think the one highest here is broccoli. A cup of broccoli would be 31 calories, but some of these are 20, 4, 5. It's just amazing how low the caloric content is in a lot of these vegetables. So the problem with vegetables, though, is no one's going to go to the fridge and get 2 cups of just a plain vegetable and eat it. We always want to make it taste better. So we'll put melted cheese on our broccoli, or we'll put ranch or some other dressing on a salad, or hummus on carrot sticks. Now, this could be tricky for people because if you think you're eating low-calorie food, being healthy, when we're dipping them in all these things and have these condiments and toppings on them, it's going to totally change the caloric value of those foods. So that's something you want to watch out for. Most people I know would prefer snacking on fruits over vegetables. So let's take a look at some of these fruits in this picture. As you can see here, they've got the lower calorie foods up at the top of this. This is per 100 gram serving. So you've got things like tomatoes, cantaloupe, strawberries, very few calories. And then we got the watermelon, mango, peach. And then at the bottom of it, you can see the ones that are higher in calories. We've got things like bananas, olives, avocados, and dates, and it's significantly more. So unlike vegetables, you can see there's a bigger range when it comes to fruits and caloric intake. It can be very beneficial to know the amount of calories you're consuming on a daily basis, especially if you're concerned about your weight or attempting to maintain or lose weight. Using a food tracking app is not just to count the calories that you're consuming. Although that's beneficial, there's so much more to it than that. You can see what macronutrients you might be deficient in, micronutrients also, are you getting enough fiber? You can see patterns and trends of when you eat, what types of food you're eating. And so it's just a very illuminating process if you'll keep track of the food intake for a week and then look over that and see where you can make some changes. Check out some of these other videos for some helpful nutrition tips or how you can do less damage when you're eating out at fast food. Next week's video will be better than this, don't worry.